Here is a history of Japan from the very beginning until today, in under 6 minutes. Welcome to my channel. Let's begin. Ancient and early Japan. We start off with the Jomon period from 14,000 to 300 BCE. These people were hunter-gatherers who are also known for creating some of the earliest pottery in the world. During this time, small settlements began to emerge along the coast and river valleys. Then comes the Yayoi period from 300 BCE to 300 CE. During this time, Yayoi people began cultivating rice and other crops and domesticated animals. They also developed metal tools and weapons, which led to the creation of social classes. Next is the Kofan period from 300 to 710 CE. This is when powerful clans began to emerge across Japan. Large burial mounds called Kofan were built for the elite members of society. The Kofan period also marks the beginning of more centralized rule in Japan. Classical Japan from 710 to 1185. The first permanent capital was established in Nara during the Nara period. From 710 to 794, Buddhism was also introduced to Japan during this time and flourished throughout the country. The capital was then moved to Kyoto during the Heian period from 794 to 1185. This was truly the golden age of Japan. Art and literature flourished, including the world's first novel, The Tale of Genji. The samurai class also began to emerge during this time. Feudal Japan from 1185 to 1603. The first shogun government was established in Kamakura in 1185. This marked the beginning of the feudal era in Japan. During this time, the country was largely ruled by shoguns, while the emperor became a figurehead. The Mongol invasions were repelled during the early 13th century. The Ashikaga shogunate began in 1336 and lasted until 1573. This period saw tremendous growth in the arts and culture, including the development of the tea ceremony and Zen gardens. But the country was in a state of civil war between 1467 and 1603, known as the Sengoku period. This was truly an age of the samurai. Local lords or daimyo constantly fought for power, and the samurai dominated the military and political landscape. Unification of Japan from 1603 to 1868, Tokugawa Ieyasu emerged victorious in the war and established the Tokugawa shogunate, also known as the Edo period. For the next 250 years, Japan enjoyed a period of isolation known as Sakoku, meaning closed country. Foreign trade was severely restricted during this time. A strict class system developed with samurai at the top, followed by farmers, artisans, and merchants. Cities like Edo, present-day Tokyo, grew significantly during this time. The Meiji Restoration. In 1868, the shogunate was ended, and the emperor was restored to power. Japan went through rapid modernization in a process known as the Meiji Restoration. Railways, factories, and schools were established, and the country was opened up to foreign trade. Japanese leaders studied Western powers and implemented similar reforms in the military, economy, and even fashion. By the end of the 19th century, Japan had become an industrial power. Imperial Japan, from 1912 to 1945. The beginning of the 20th century saw Japan expand its empire into Asia. Japan participated in World War I on the Allied side. However, the country's leaders were dissatisfied with the outcome and began to pursue an aggressive foreign policy. In 1937, Japan invaded China and committed atrocities against the civilian population. Japan's actions in World War II were equally aggressive. The attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 brought the United States into the war and made the Pacific Theater one of the most fought-over areas during World War II. Japan fought fiercely but ultimately surrendered after the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Post-war Japan from 1945 to 1989, after World War II, Japan was occupied by the United States, and a new constitution was established in 1947. This constitution made Japan a pacifist nation and prohibited the country from having an offensive military. Despite this, Japan experienced rapid economic growth and became a major player in the global market. Some of the biggest names in electronics and cars, like Sony and Toyota, were founded during this time. Japan's economic growth led it to become the world's second-largest economy by 1980. Modern Japan from the 1990s to today. Japan entered a period of economic slowdown in the 1990s, known as the Lost Decade. The country also experienced a banking crisis and a number of other economic challenges. Despite this, Japan has continued to play a significant role in technology and culture. Anime, gaming, and robotics are just a few areas where Japan has made significant contributions. Japan's population has also aged significantly, and the birth rate has fallen. This has created a number of challenges for the country. But Japan has a strong economy and a commitment to democracy. It remains to be seen how the country will address its social and economic challenges in the future. The Tokyo 2020 Olympics were held in 2021 due to the pandemic, and was the first Olympics to be postponed in modern history. Today, Japan is still a world leader in technology and continues to be a hub for innovation. Japan is a fascinating country with a rich history and culture. From its ancient beginnings to its modern day, Japan has come a long way. Today, Japan is a thriving democracy and a high-tech developed country. The country's commitment to tradition and innovation has led it to become one of the most unique and interesting countries in the world. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.